come back here. I'm going until y'all move Cotton down lower.
Well, second straight game, you look and offensively things weren't flowing very well in the first half, but it seemed like, Tavion kept y'all in it early, and then Jared really started to take over with the ball screen game midway through the second half.
Well, they played a lot harder than they looked on tape from last year. They were very aggressive in the ball screens, getting into our ball handler. And then we didn't set the picks up real well. I told them at half, you got to set them up to our bigs can stand still and not have to move or get too wide of a stance, and so that we can use them. And I think once they started holding a little bit and we told them to hold the screens, you couldn't slip them like we do a lot of times. You had to hold them. Once we started doing that, we figured it out and started getting better looks. But, the big thing was we hit a few threes. George hit one. Jansen hit a couple. We started making shots that really I think for the years out, will be expected, not something that's rare.
Were you sort of looking at on the side in that first half? You missed your first 10 3-point attempts, and you're like, man, here we go again.
No, you can't be like that. That's the difference between if I get like that, they're going to get like that. So, sometimes we get into the summer and you look back and you go, ooh, I don't know how I held on. But if you start doubting what we do, then we're done. So these kids stayed with it. I thought defensively, this is one of probably the strongest defensive team we've had. They were hurting us a little bit early inside with the big boy, but then we put Iron and doubled, put Gorin in a little while, then Iron, and it slowed down. I think it knocked them off the rhythm a little bit, and then we had Tavion Kinsey, and they didn't.
You look at their big guy, and Love did go through spurts where he was really good for them, but in the second half, I think it was until the 6-minute mark that he had scored. Is that the important thing? He's going to get his boards, but you can't let him finish down low, and you got to get into him. I think
the biggest thing was we started our normal lineup, and we had to go with Iron. Then we came out second half, we started Iron, and he didn't get off on anybody. Basketball's a game of rhythm. Iron's big enough to hold him off the blocks and not let him get into a rhythm. Then Gorin came in and then defended him. And then by the time we got to the end, you have Jansen and George in there. Now it's quickness. They're trying to move quicker, trying to catch up. And now our quickness took over. So, it was total team effort defensively. It always is. I thought we rebounded well. That's a real good rebounding team. And we were able to out-rebound them. So, make sure you make mention of that. And, it's basically we got a good group of young men who play as hard as they can every day in practice. And they're fun to watch and be a part of and cheer. And I don't know where that's going to take us. You never know. What's my goal? Win the NCAA title. It always is. We'll be every year. I don't care what team I got. And I thought this team was picked their win their horizon. They had the player of the year coming back. They were a little bit like us in preparation in that they were off and had about 5 days like we did first game. But it doesn't hurt teams like theirs and ours, the first game, as much because they're veteran teams. If that's a rookie team, that really will kill you. But they basically had a lot of their players back. And probably didn't hurt them as bad because they put on a tough performance and well coached. And like I said, they play a lot harder in person than they did on tape last year.
Jared has been so instrumental to your all's program over the years, and it seemed like on a night where he broke Skip's record that he had a Skip type effort. He did a little bit of everything. It wasn't just defense; it was scoring, facilitating, and the defense tonight.
Well, Jared is a winner, which means he plays all facets of the game, and he does it well, And I know we got COVID rule. We might get to see him again next year, maybe. I don't know. Whatever's good for him. Maybe he'll get NBA, look, I don't know. I want what's good for him. Such a great kid. But certainly if we get a chance to have him back, I would look forward to that too. Is that it?
I'm good.
I got pizza.